Are you getting my voice? Okay. Okay, I'll do something. I believe now my voice is coming clearly. Fine. So, in the last session, we had uh, uh, we have gone through the introductory concepts related to the research proposal, and in this session, I would like to discuss certain things that is really important and connected to writing a research proposal, and we are going to look at those things in depth in today's session. So, before we begin, are you able to access the screen? Just type yes in the chat box so that I can get it. Fine. Before we start the discussion for today's session, here is a quiz, and I really want you to attempt that. So, all of you are going to attempt the quiz, and to solve this, you have only 7 minutes. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to write down the answer in chat box. Write number 1 and write the answer. Number 2 and write the answer, so that way I'll get to know. All are going to answer the quiz, okay, in the chat box, and your time starts now. If in case you don't understand the question, you can ask me. Good. So most of you have attempted question 1 and you're saying that it's true. Okay, fine. What about question number 2? Trusha, you're saying that number 2 is false. Fine. Most of you are saying that number 2 is false. Fine. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the question number 1. In order to maintain the research quality, it is important to bring valid arguments and valid justifications. That's absolutely true. And I think most of you have answered true. That's fine. Let's go to the question number 2. Working on a research project is a lifelong commitment. Definitely, it is true. It doesn't false. See, uh, you're working on your research project means your entire career based on your research work. Okay, here by research we mean PhD work. Okay, so that is absolutely true. It's a lifelong journey. It's a lifelong commitment. It isn't that you're done with your PhD and there's no relationship between you and your research work. No, maybe in future you're guiding other students on the same topic. So it's a lifelong process. Whenever you start doing a research, it's a lifelong journey. Remember, to be a good researcher, you should be stick to the area of research throughout your lifetime. So it's a lifelong journey. So those who said false for the second question, I'm so sorry, but it's true. I hope you get you get the answer now. Okay, what about the third one? As a researcher, it is really important to have a clarity with the research topic. I think most of you have said yes for this answer. Fine. And the fourth one, as a researcher, it is very important to have lot many questions while going through the process of research. I believe most of you have answered true for this question. Okay, so fifth and sixth, you can type the answer here. I'm waiting for all the responses. What is hypothesis and what is the difference between bibliography and references? So what is hypothesis? Okay, Tasvi is answering. Good. Still, all are not answering the questions. You should answer the question. This is for your betterment. Okay. Whatever you know, please answer those questions. And what about sixth one? What is the difference between bibliography and references? Bibliography means content and not cited, but you can refer. Okay. Fifth idea that is suggested as the possible but has yet not been found. True or false? Forum. Okay, fine. Good. Bautic. Yes, good. Hypothesis is assumption. Okay. Explanation on the basis limited evidence. Tasvi, good. Janki, good. Trusha hypothesis is a theory that further uh, proved by scientists. Reference is cited and content is also there in paper. Janki is also answering. Good that you people are answering as per your knowledge. That's a good sign. Good. Kushbu, you're not answering. Kinjal, uh, Mahimaba, Nancy, Radha, Rajeshwari, Rajvi, Shivangi, Twinkle, Upasna, Amish, Anjali, Bautik has answered. Danisha, I'm waiting for your responses. Dara, Dhaval, Forum. References, basically, I would like to address the sixth question here. Hypothesis is possibility which is not provided. Okay, Kinjal. Good that you people are attempting. Let's come to the sixth question, and it's very important. What is the difference between bibliography and references? See, references means during your research work, during your research work, you are referring certain articles, you are referring some authentic journals related to microbiology, you are referring certain research paper, you are referring certain documentaries that can help you to develop your research. So these are all the references that you are using in your research work. Okay, so this will come under the reference part. Now, bibliography. Bibliography means whatever you are referring, okay, that we are referring different tools that we are going to include. Whatever the things you are not using throughout the research work, but you find that these are the things that is related to the research work in your area. Let's say you are doing a research on food microbiology, okay, and there are certain books, okay, that you feel that you should include in your bibliography because these are the books that has certain relationship with your research work, and you believe that these are the books that may help the fellow researcher, that may help the future generation to develop your research further. So that way you are including those books in your bibliography. I hope now the difference is clear. Yes or no? Yes, Dhaval, good. Okay, can we start today's session now? I believe most of you have answered, and I really appreciate your efforts answering the questions. Remember, next time, all of you should be answering it because that's for your betterment, of course. Okay, let's start today's discussion. So here we are going to talk about how ideally you should write a research proposal. Fine. So as I told you again in the earlier in the introductory session also, I told you that these three are the main thing when it is about writing a research proposal. One is what, how, and why. What means explanation of proposed research. So what will be done? Okay. How means methods and techniques to be employed. How it will be done, and why means novelty and or importance of the study, so why it should be done. So I would like to address these three important questions, and then we'll go further in detail, and we'll look at all the components that is related to the research proposal. So basically what means as I told you, the definition of research proposal is a design of your research, a tentative idea, a structured idea of your research work. So, what includes, what are the things that you are going to work upon? Okay, so basically, that's what we mean by what? Explanation of the proposed research work or the research area. Okay, how is something that can make you a different researcher? Let's say you and I, both of us, we are working on the same topic. Okay, my my way of doing research is quite different than your way of doing research in terms of I'm using different methodology. On the other side, you are using different methodology, and that's how we are a different researcher. Fine. So here, this how part plays a very important role, because see, microbiology is a very common field, and there are so many students. They do a lot of research in this particular area every year. So how all the researchers are different, so it depends on the way the person starts the research and finishes it. So it depends on how you would like to do research on the same topic. There are 100 students doing research on food microbiology or medicine microbiology, but still the particular research is quite relevant and important, because all of them are using different methods, different way to approach the research, and that's why this how part is very much important. So this how includes methods and techniques. So it's a different way to see something. It's a different way to work upon something or a specific area. So that's what we mean by the how your research is going to take place, and how you would like to end the research, and how you would like to approach your research topic. So that's the method, that's the technique that that you as a researcher implementing on a particular research topic. I hope this how part is clear to all of you. Yes or no? Hello. Just type yes so that I'll get the I'll get the indication that yes, the second point is clear to all. Are you getting my voice clearly, all of you? Let's go to the third question. That's why. Why it should be done. So why is again very important in terms of why are you bringing a new idea, or why is it important to work upon so and so topic only and not the other topics. So this why part again brings a novel ideas, okay, to the society. And this why part help you, this your research work will help the society in terms of bringing new ideas, in terms of helping society in some or the other way, because your research is new and relevant and useful. Okay. So these are the three main questions that you should continuously asking yourself before starting the research work, before writing the research proposal. If you feel that you are quite clear with these three concepts, what, how, and why, then only you should go further. So here is the very first step of writing a research proposal, and that is identifying the research area. I hope whatever I have discussed so far is quite clear, so that we can go further. Is it? Is it clear? Whatever we have discussed so far, is it clear to all? Fine. Is it clear to Dhaval Todakia? Fine. Dhaval, are you there? Devanshu, I believe you're following Devanshu. Fine. Dhara, I hope you're following the lecture. Kushbu, Nancy. Hmm. Okay, let's go further. Identifying the research area. So, of course, the same thing we have discussed in the last session. And I have told you that your research area should be a relevant one. Okay. Uh, uh, you cannot see. First of all, you need to talk to yourself what exactly you're trying to find out in the area of microbiology. Okay, what exactly you would like to explore in the area of microbiology, and whatever the things you want to explore, is it relevant considering the present scenario, considering the present time zone? If yes, you should go for that. If you feel that your research is not outdated but an updated one and relevant, you should go for that. And at the same time, it should be relevant for the future generation also and for the future researcher as well. Okay, let's say someone has done a research work, and you feel that the present in the present time also, the research on the same topic is quite relevant, and you feel like you should further research on the same topic considering the present time zone, and you are exploring something in on that specific area. Fine. So that way, your research should also indicate the same thing for the other people. Okay. Let's say you are doing a research on a specific area. Okay. After completing the entire research work, you are submitting the final thesis and it got approved. So it should be relevant at least for 10 to 20 years. Okay. So it should be very up to date, and it should be relevant for the future generation also. It should bring novel ideas and concepts. Okay. Uh, Maybe there are so many people that have talked about specific thing in the area of microbiology. It is not necessary that you should also talk about those things, repeating the same thing in your research. No, you should be able to bring the novel ideas, you should be able to bring the different concepts. How you should do that? You should be a good reader first. Okay, again, the literature review will help you in terms of bringing new ideas. You should be able to read very well in your area of specialization. You should know what is happening in your area of specialization in terms of research. So you should be able to follow the authentic journals and articles so that you'll get to know what people are doing what people are doing in your area of specialization. Okay, how people are bringing new ideas in the field of microbiology, how they are exploring things. Okay, what kind of method they are using. Okay, and if you follow that, if you read it regularly, I'm pretty sure that once in a while, of course, you'll come up with so many creative ideas. Fine. But you need to, in order to bring the new ideas and concepts, you should know what people are doing in your field, and you should also know how better you can implement the ideas. Okay, and how better you can develop the research area. Your research, I mean, the identifying the area of research should able to contribute to the present research also. As I told you, it shouldn't be outdated one, but it should be the updated one. Okay, it should go with the present time scenario. Then only you can contribute to the then only you can contribute to the present scenario, and then only your research area should be relevant for the future generation also. And the most important part is this: identifying the area is something like it's a lifelong commitment. Once you select the area, you need to stick to that area throughout your lifetime, and you should be contributing as a researcher throughout your life. Okay, so that's how you should be able to identify the area. Okay, of course, there is always a way where you can talk to your guide, and your guide can help you in terms of identifying the area. That would be the most uh, important part. Okay, your guide can play a very important part in terms of identifying the area, because whenever you plan to do a PhD, or whenever you plan to do a research work, it's like there should be a common interest. You should have the interest on a specific area. At the same time, your guide should also have the interest on that area. So it's like it depends on the mutual understanding and the interest area that both of you are sharing, you and your guide who is going to guide you for the research work. I believe identifying the research area is quite clear to you. Can I go further? Rajvi Akolia, did you follow how to identify the research work? Kushbu, that's because of the airplane thing. I hope now my voice is clear. Riddhi, did you follow how to identify the research area? Ritvi, Shivangi, Upasna. Fine. Upasna, did you follow how to identify the research area? Twinkle, I believe you followed. Shivangi, fine. Danisha Ben, did you follow how to identify the research area? Because you are going to identify the research area in this lecture. Bhumi Thakkar, did you follow? Bhautik, Anjali, Amish. Amish, are you there? Say hello, Amish. Fine. Yeah. Let's come to the next step of writing a research proposal, that is the title of the research work. Title is something However, chronologically it will come first. But what I believe as a researcher, I'm also pursuing. I'm also planning to start my PhD soon, and I'm also working on my research proposal. So, what I believe as a researcher, that title is something that we should think about it at last, after completing the entire process of writing a research proposal. Then only maybe you will be quite clear about what to put the what to put in the title part. So but it depends upon you. Like, all the researchers are different in their own way. So for me, um, I believe that title part should go at last, but to follow the chronological order, it should come first. So we'll discuss how better we can think about an appropriate title, okay, that is suitable to our research work. So it should be very concrete, okay? It should bring the concrete idea of the research work. Title is something that it should be very concrete, should be very short, okay? Avoid long sentences, avoid paragraph. That's not the title. It should be very concrete, okay? It should include the main idea. Means, let's say I'm doing a research on Indian Ocean, fine, and I'm trying to see the representation of Indian Ocean in the selected text. Okay, so in my title, I cannot talk about. I can't describe Indian Ocean. What exactly I should be talking about in the title part is, what is my aim in the research work, or what is the entire idea of doing the research. Okay, so my idea of doing the research is, I want to know the role of Indian Ocean in the selected text. Okay, so let's say I want to put it, I want to frame it as a title. So I'll say, um, uh, how I'll put it, I'll put it like this, that representing Indian Ocean in the selected work of, and then I'll mention the work, so and so. Okay, or or I would say that, tracing the roots of Indian Ocean in the selected work of so and so. Just a minute. Yes, my voice is coming clearly, right? Yes or no? Hello. Okay, fine. Okay, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I was talking about the title part. So it should be very concrete. It should include the main idea. It should be able to cover the entire research idea. So, whatever the purpose of doing the research, that will come in the title part. It may involve subtitle if it is necessary. Let's say the research work where I'm working upon, it requires a subtitle. So I'm including subtitle in my title. In your case, if it is required, then only you should be using subtitle. It should be of 1 or 2 lines, not more than that. Okay. I hope this title part is clear to all. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Charmy, you're following, right? Charmy. Fine. Devanshu, you're there? Devanshu? Devanshu Arya? Okay, he's not there. Fine. Yes. Sorry. Okay. Writing an abstract. The next step of writing a research proposal. So now, after giving an appropriate title to the research work, the next thing that you're going to write is writing an abstract. And it should be in the paragraph form. I haven't mentioned certain basic things, but that's okay. I can just convey that thing. It should be in the paragraph form only. Abstract should be of one paragraph, not more than that. Okay, and it includes keywords. Once you complete the abstract, that is of one paragraph, after completing that, there's this another section called keywords, and you should be mentioning certain keywords. Okay, so this is the basic idea of abstract. I believe you know that. So basically, what we mean by the abstract is it is a kind of brief description of the hypothesis. Now, what is hypothesis? Hypothesis means the thing that you are assuming, or the hypothesis is basically research questions that brings a lot of problem to your research work, and at the end, no problem, Devanshu. Yeah. So, we are discussing about how to write an abstract. So, you should be able to write down the brief description of the hypothesis. Let's get very much clear about what do we mean by the hypothesis. Hypothesis means, as a researcher, I try to find out something and I come up with the tentative solution and the methods that may help me in terms of finding the solution. That's what we mean by the hypothesis. So, in your case, let's say uh, uh, you are doing a research in the field of microbiology, and you are, ma'am, I'm there. Charmy. Okay, Charmy. Yes. So you are doing a research in the area of microbiology, and specifically you are doing research on food microbiology. Okay, you want to explore something on a particular food item. Fine. Now here, what you'll do, you'll whatever the whatever the things that you want to explore, you'll put it in a form of question, and you'll also come up with the solution, because research is still you haven't done. It is just that the idea comes in your mind, and you have put the idea in the form of research question, and you are also answering those questions. Okay, and applying certain methods to come up with the valid answers for those questions. Okay, so that's this is the thing. This is actually the process of research that you are doing. And then finally, the moment you start the actual research, you'll be able to evaluate yourself whether you'll be able to answer the questions or not. Okay, or the tentative answers that you have designed, you have planned for the questions are appropriate or not. Fine. So that's the concrete idea of the entire research proposal, the entire research work. And in the abstract, we are putting it as a proposal that this is what we mean to do in our research work. Okay. Yes, it should indicate the answer to the question. Okay, and it's a very brief summary of the entire research work, the entire research idea, and it should be very concise. As I told you, it should be of only one paragraph. Okay, and basically in the abstract, uh, you are going to indicate what exactly you are going to do in your research work. Okay, how exactly you're going to do in your research work. Why part we are not going to include in the abstract, what and how. I hope this is quite clear. Yes or no? Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
In this slide, I have shared one link. It's useful because It's a kind of babbling where author has given a very important tips on how to write an abstract in the field of microbiology. So this is definitely going to help you. Now, this is the homework for you. Whenever you come for the next session, at least go through this link once, and uh, I'll share the PPT on the portal. I haven't designed the Google Classroom yet, but I'll definitely make it very soon. But whatever the things we have discussed, I'm going to share that on the portal so that you can access that. And this is the homework for all. You're supposed to go through this link and you're supposed to read the entire article. It's she has explained it very beautifully, and it's very useful for you. Fine. Should I go to the next slide? Fine. Devanshu, I hope you are here now and not facing any network issue. And you're following the session. Twinkle, are you following the session? Good. Yeah. Okay. So, again, the most important part of your research work is introduction to research work. How would you like to introduce your research work? Okay. So, there are so many things. Okay. Uh, I will discuss it quickly because okay, still we have time, no problem. Yeah. Introduction involves very introductory information of your research work. Of course, it includes main research ideas and concepts. The thing that you have written in the abstract, most of the thing you're going to repeat in your introduction. Okay. Introduction should be very clear because introduction is very much important because the moment someone start reading your research proposal, okay, he or she should start with the abstract, and after the abstract they'll come to the research, the introduction part. If your introduction is not clear, that means your entire research work is a failure. Okay, so make sure you introduce your research area in a very simple language. It should be very clear, and there should be no way, there should be no space where you're committing grammatical errors or you're committing any sort of error, because if this is the case, meaning would be the different and your entire research is a failure. Fine. So you should be using a very concrete language. You should be using a very simple language. Okay. You should be using an appropriate vocabulary that is useful in terms of maintaining the introduction of your research area. So it should be very clear, because the one who is reading, he or she will get the clear idea what exactly you're trying to do in the research. What is your aim of doing the research? Okay. Use very simple language. Use technical words whenever it is important. It is not like that you'll be using only technical words. No. Here you're not trying to impress someone. Here you're trying to do a serious research. Okay. Use appropriate sentence structure to maintain the proper meaning. What exactly you mean by stating something in the introduction part. So if you're not using an appropriate sentence, the meaning would be different. And if the meaning would be different, it is a kind of a thing that you need to face at the end of the research. Maybe the committee can reject your research work if this is not an appropriate one. Fine. Introduce the research work in an organized way. Introduction should be in an organized way. You cannot start stating the methodology first. No. You should always start stating the main idea, what exactly you are aimed to do, how you are aimed to do. First, what will come? Second, how will come. I hope this is clear. Yes. Is this clear? Fine. Palak, is it clear to you? Palak, Pinal, Pooja, Poonam, Priyabin, is this clear to all of you? Fine. Yeah. Okay. Mention the critical approach ways to identify the research problems. Yeah. I would like to discuss the last thing because it is very much important. See, introducing your entire research work is actually a very simple task. Okay. You should always start with the what part, what you are aiming to do, and how you are aiming to do. So this last point is mention the critical approach or ways to identify the research problems. Research problems means your entire research work. How are you going to deal with that? You are supposed to talk about that in the introduction part, like how you would like to address the certain issues that you're aiming to achieve at the end of the research work. So maybe you can go for the comparative research work. You're comparing two food items and trying to identify something. Okay, you are comparing two different fields of microbiology and try to find out the common background or common aspects. Okay, so this is a kind of way where you are using a method called comparative method. Another is you are doing case study and you're trying to solve something that the problem is already exist and you're trying to solve that problem. You are doing case study here. Another is you are applying certain methods that is there in your field, and using certain methods you are approaching a particular research topic, research area. So this is how part. How would you like to do that? Okay, so that's what you're supposed to mention that in the introduction of the research proposal. I will also share the example research proposal so that you can refer that. Fine. I hope so far this is clear to all. Fine. Let's go further. Now, literature review will take a lot of time, so I want to discuss that in the next session. Whatever we have discussed, like we have discussed about the title, we have discussed about the abstract, we have discussed about the introduction. If you have any doubt, let's give 5 minutes for that, and then I will mark the attendance. Is there any doubt? You can ask me. Yes. Okay, fine. I'm giving you 5 minutes to in the chat box only. You're supposed to tell me the research area. I mean, it could be anything related to microbiology only that you are interested doing research further. So 5 minutes for that in the chat box only.
Ma'am, ma'am, your
Yes.
background voice is too large.
Okay. Give me a minute. My voice is clear now. Hello. No.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Mm, just a minute. Is it fine now?
Yes.
Done? Okay.
Done.
What I was saying is, I'm giving you 5 minutes. If you people can write down a specific area or a specific topic that is related to microbiology only, on that topic, let's say you are interested in research and further or in future. So I want to know that topic. So I'm giving you 5 minutes. If you people can write down that topic in the chat box. I hope the instruction is clear. Mention a topic or an area where you would like to do research. I'm waiting for the responses. Okay. Immunocancer therapy, fine. Okay. Synthetic DNA, good. I would like to do an. What is this GUT microbiota? I have no idea about this, but definitely you're going to explain me. Ruth, that's Ruthvi, fine. Okay, fungal production using industrial, fine. Okay, good. Just write down the topic or the area, and then further we'll discuss about that. Yeah, fine. Skin cancer, good. Janki, your topic is really interesting. Shivangi, good. Yeah. Trusha, Twinkle, Upasna, share the topic that you really like. Dara, very good, Dara. If you've done that in BSc, I suggest go for the another topic. Now you're doing masters, or else if you really like the topic, I suggest you further develop the research on the same topic. Fine. Okay, Kinjal, fine. Yes, all of you please mention the topic that you would like to do research. What about Amish? What about Anjali? What about Bhautik, Bhumi Thakkar and Bhumi Vekaria, Charmi? Come on, tell me the topic. Danisha, Devanshu, fine. Falakku Gada, Dhaval, I think I've shared. Forum, Hetsi, Janki, Khushbu Kinjal, Mahima, Nancy. Yeah, share the topic. Ranjini, Rajvi, Riddhi, I'm still waiting. Okay, fine. Okay, so I think most of you you have selected a specific area on which you would like to do a research work. That's a good thing. The next thing is what you're going to do is that's the homework for you. One homework is definitely you're going to read the article. I've shared the link in the PPT, and I'll be uploading the PPT on the portal, and you can download the PPT from there. Follow the article and read about that. Second homework is you're going to frame the research question based on the topic that you have told me right now. Frame from at least 5 research questions, okay, on that topic. What part and how part? If you can answer that, it's really well, okay. When you're going to submit that, the moment I'll create the Google Classroom, you're supposed to submit that work on the Google Classroom. So I'll be making the Google Classroom within 2 to 3 days. So you have enough time. What you're supposed to do is, I think this area of identifying the research area is quite clear. Okay, that's a very positive sign. The next thing is, you people are going to frame 5 research questions, okay. What exactly you are aiming to do in your research work and how you would like to do that, that's what I want to know. And you're supposed to submit that in the Google Classroom, so that I'll create within 2 to 3 days. So you have enough you have time. So within this days you're supposed to work on that, okay. Fine, I hope so far the instruction is clear. Now I'm going to mark the attendance. What I'll do, I'll say the enrollment number. Just say yes or no. Fine. Number 1,
Yes, ma'am.
present. Number 2,
Yes, ma'am.
present. Number 5, Dhara, absent. Number 7, Charmi, absent. Number 7, Charmi. Charmi is there? Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Please say yes. Huh? Janki. Number 8, Janki. Okay. 9, Riddhi.
Present.
Number 10, Amish.
Yes.
Number 10, Amish Kumar.
Yes.
Please unmute the mic. Fine. Dhara, roll number 5. Fine, you're present. Yes, you're present. Number 10, Amish Kumar, present. 11, Nisha Ben.
Yeah.
Okay. 12, Pooja.
Yes.
13, Kinjal.
Present, ma'am.
14, Forum.
Present, ma'am.
15, Hiral. 15 number, Hiral, absent. 16, Radha.
Present, ma'am.
17, Palak.
Present, ma'am.
18, Forum. Number 18, Forum, absent.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, present.
Present, ma'am.
Yeah. 19, Janvi Ben. 20, Pinal.
Yes, ma'am.
Janvi is there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Pinal is there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 21, Anjali.
Yes, ma'am.
22, Bhumi.
Yes, ma'am.
24, Trusha.
Yes, ma'am.
25, Bhumi. Bhumi Vekaria.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
26, Hina. 50, Vivek. 29, Kushbu.
Present, ma'am.
30, Hetsi.
Present, ma'am.
31, Nancy.
Yes, ma'am.
32, Rutvi.
Present, ma'am.
Fine. 33, Denisha.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
34, Nikhil. Nikhil is there? No. 48, Devanshu. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
35, Priya.
Present, ma'am.
36, Shivangi. 37, Niyati.
Present.
38, Poonam.
Yes, ma'am.
39, Tasvi.
Present, ma'am.
40, Sagar. No, Sagar was not there. 41, Ranjini.
Present.
43, Nancy.
Present, ma'am.
44, Upasna.
Present, ma'am.
तो छोड़ो क्या रखा ले
45, Denisha. Please unmute the mic. 45, Denisha.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. 46, Jainab. Absent. 47, Rajeshwari.
present ma'am
Yeah.
Zainab not here
52, Kevin. 52, number Kevin. Absent. 53, Rajvi.
Present, ma'am.
Fine. 54, Mahimaba.
present ma'am
56, Palaku.
yes ma'am
Yeah. 57, Dawal.
Present, ma'am.
Fine. Um, just a minute. Yes, it got disconnected. So I just wanted to say, please complete the task that I've already told you. Okay. And then only come for the next session. Okay. Stay safe. Have a nice day. Goodbye.